Hi, this is Marky G. We're at the Allen Heath testing laboratories and we're going through the DB4, which is part of the DB series of mixers. This time, it's the modulators. So let's start. Now, all of these modulators actually are modulated by an LFO. An LFO, if you can imagine a sine wave, which goes up and down, up and down. If you apply that to volume, then basically you're going to get it going. That's modulating volume, but we've got lots and lots of different things here to modulate. Now, phasers and flangers are very similar, but there is a difference. Now, phasers introduce a peak and a trough into the sound. With a flanger, it's more pronounced. Ring modulators are modulated resonance. It's a resonance that's introduced into the sound that you can modulate. The flange, now we've got three different types of flange: hard, soft, and old. I'm going to use hard because the effect is very noticeable. So if I click on the hard, now the scroller is actually the stereo width of the flange. The expression, as far as the flanger goes, is the LFO depth. And as we know from before, the fraction is the LFO speed. I'm going to put the flange up to 16/1 and you should be able to hear the effect. Now I think a lot of you are going to know that effect, because you've heard every single DJ use that kind of effect. However, listen to the quality on that. It's all about the quality with this mixer. Right, now as well, this fraction here can be turned to 64, and this is such a good effect to use on a channel, really low on the channel, and then we're going to put a track in. Is still going downwards. So that sine wave I was talking about, we're not even at the bottom yet. In fact, I can hear now we're just going up. Yeah. And like I say, the speed of that is set by the fraction. Good. Right, so let's go now to the phasers. We've got four types of phaser. We've got the 3-stage phaser, we've got the 6-stage classic phaser, we've got another 6-stage phaser, and we've got the 12-stage phaser. Now, the stereo width parameter via the scroller actually changes to LFO depth. For me, the real point here is this expression knob, which becomes the frequency range. So, at the bottom, I'm going to get a low sound. At the top, I'm going to get a really high sound. Let's see if that works. Remember, I'm turning the expression there. That is not on an LFO. So whereas on an LFO, you might expect that now to start rising, I can leave it. In fact, I can take it back down if I want. So let's do that with this track. Right, come on. Yeah. And I'm going to rise that when I feel the time is right to rise it. And down again. Turn it up. So there you go, that's the phaser. So really all that's left to go through on these modulators is the ring modulator. So I'm going to turn it off. It's a modulated resonance that adds such a beautiful sound. So if I turn down, turn the expression up, can you start to hear that ring modulated sound? The stereo width is the scroller. The expression is the frequency range. So that's only the lows of that ring modulation, and that's the highs of the ring modulation. So I'm going to keep that up there, change the fraction. Obviously you've got to get the volume levels right. Then you can start getting quite musical. So the fraction. Maybe I don't want all those highs on, which kind of sounds more techno to me. Much more subtle. Yeah, sometimes it's not always about the obvious. Right, so guys, that is the Modulator FX. Really enjoyed showing you those. And don't forget, you can download this particular loop and all the other loops for all the other effects from the Allen Heath website. And yeah, enjoy. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial.